I started off this picture almost 2 years ago, I think, I mean, obviously it was in response to the upcoming 50th anniversary, which has now arrived upon us. And I had no idea what I was going to do with the picture when it was finished. But eventually I became in contact with the Bloody Sunday Trust and also the Derry and Strabane Council, etc. And eventually we came to this idea of unveiling it and showing it in the Guildhall, which, as I say, couldn't have been a better venue. I'm absolutely delighted. I'm of an age that I was, very impressionable in 1972, and I was effectively almost traumatized when I looked at the news that night and saw what happened in Derry. And even then, and that's a long time ago, I was determined to try and do something as an artist. And in September 1972, I staged a kind of installation in Dublin where I chalk marked on the floor of a gallery 13 outlines of bodies, and then poured real blood, which I had obtained from a friend who worked in the Dublin abattoir, on those victims. And it was very controversial and challenging at the time. Very few people made artworks like that at the time, but Bloody Sunday affected me so much that I knew I had to do something. So now, 50 years later, that desire, that compulsion to do something returned, and the picture that is now hanging in the Guildhall is a result of that compulsion. The picture, on one level, simply tells the story of that tragedy. I mean, I couldn't avoid using that iconic image of Father Daly and the others carrying the body of Jackie Duddy. It's such an iconic image. I had to use it. But I've included things in the picture to remind people, or to let people know who don't even remember that this was a civil rights march. This was a march against internment, which of course was a travesty in itself. And as a consequence, there are references, obviously, to the fact that it was a civil rights march and it was an anti-internment march included in the painting. And there are other things that are included in the painting to remind people about then, that things that might be forgotten today. And also I felt it very important that in the context of the Savile inquiry, which of course, as we all know, happened here in the Guildhall, that, I mean, like I think many of the families and myself, I was very pleased that all the victims were found to be innocent. But the nagging doubt that I have, or whatever, is that nobody has been proven guilty of anything. And that's the unanswered question, I think. And I included a small reference to that, nagging doubt and worry. And that was a statement by Major General Robert Ford sometime before Bloody Sunday, where he suggested several members of the Derry Young Hooligans, as he called them, should be shot, and which suggests to me that there were plans in train for something terrible to happen. And I think we all deserve an answer to that nagging question.